Welcome. This is Paula Chafee-Scardomalia of DiviningTheMuse.com with your Monday Tarot message from the Muse for the week of February 17th. So your theme for the week is the Seven of Coins. Coins is the element of earth, of home, health, and wealth. Anything you can touch, taste, or feel. And you can see the woman standing in the field. It looks like things are just about ready to harvest. The fruit is just about ripe. The wheat is just about ready, golden and ready to harvest. She's standing here with her bucket and she's waiting. The theme for this week is to keep your eye on your harvest. There are things that need to be done first for finishing. Maybe there is a timing issue, or it's just there are a few more things you need to do before things are really ready to put out into the world to harvest and to use. So how do you practice patience while you work on the finishing and the waiting for those creative projects? The focus for the week is the Four of Cups. And we have cups is the element of water, of heart, of feelings, emotions, dreams, intuitions, and creativity. And here we see the man sitting beneath a tree with 3 cups below him and one kind of floating down to him out of the sky. And obviously he's focused on this. So again, it's a matter of where's your focus this week? Is it on projects that you're still working on, or is it on the new idea, the new project that is coming to you? Is this where the focus needs to be, or do you need to be here finishing and completing before this new one comes in? Sometimes it's easier to focus on the new thing and the new idea than it is on the follow-through for the old things. The action is the Eight of Swords. And swords is the element of air, of mind, thoughts, attitudes, beliefs, communication, such as writing. In the background, we have Jupiter. Jupiter is the big benefic, makes everything bigger. Down here, we have the spider who spun this wonderful web in the sign of Gemini. Gemini is very much the sign of communication and air and writing, that kind of thing. Here's this poor woman. She looks very caught up in this web and all these swords pointing at her. Notice how her hands are free, and she's able to, if she just made the effort to remove the blindfold and be able to see how she might reach for one of these swords and free herself. Your action this week is to understand how you get caught up in the mental chatter about your work. Sometimes it's in issues of belief, doubts about whether you can do what you do, and how it hangs you up and keeps you from completing. And then finally, look for the gift. So we've got all 4 suits represented today in the minor arcana. This is Wands, the element of fire. Spirit, creativity, career, and work. And here's this figure standing on top of the steps. He or she has 1 wand, and then below are another 6. You can see how this person is elevated. These steps rise up, and there's a doorway or a threshold to be gone through. So the gift this week is an opportunity to move through a threshold into a new place of perhaps really standing out with your expertise, your leadership, and just maybe perhaps because of your creative work, something that makes you unique and different, and you get recognized for it. So as we look at the story for this week, it's interesting. We start with a 7 and we end with a 7. We have 7 of coins, we end with 7 of wands, and in between we have a 4 and an 8. One doubling the other. So the 7 of coins, this is really your theme for the week. Paying attention to your creative work, making sure that it's coming to fruition, that all the nurturing and watering and tilling and the sunshine, everything it needs to grow to fullness is present for it. Then ask yourself, what are you focusing on? Where does your focus need to be? Does it need to be on projects that are still waiting for completion, or does it need to be on the new idea coming through? Only you know the answer to that. Then take action. pull the blindfold from your eyes so that you can see where mental chatter and beliefs about yourself and your work might keep you from being able to move forward with your creative work. Make sure you're communicating to yourself with questions that help you move forward rather than immobilizing you. And then finally, when you can do that, you have the opportunity, the gift this week, to stand out with your creative work to cross another threshold. And this is Paula Chafee-Scarnamalia of DiviningTheMuse.com, wishing you divine musings.